Did you know that in some cities, kittens have been found clinging to life just inches above deadly sewer currents, completely unnoticed by the world above? This is the true story of one such moment. In the heart of the city, as dawn broke and most people were just beginning to wake, a lone cat with striking green eyes paced restlessly beside a manhole cover. Her mournful cries pierced the early morning stillness. These were not the usual sounds of a hungry stray. They were desperate, urgent calls. Again and again, she walked back and forth. Her tail twitched, her ears perked at every sound coming from beneath her. At first glance, she seemed like any other stray cat, alert, quick, overlooked. But something about her behavior was different. Her gaze was fixed on the manhole cover. She wasn't wandering aimlessly. She was waiting, listening, calling. As the hours passed and the sun climbed higher, the mystery grew clearer. Shortly after noon, the sounds from below became more distinct. Faint, pitiful cries. There was no doubt anymore. They were kittens, her kittens. That was when someone finally stopped. A passerby, drawn by the cat's strange behavior, knelt down beside the manhole. Curious and concerned, he listened and heard them, the desperate meows rising from the depths. Without hesitation, he reached for the rusty cover. With effort, he lifted it and peered into the darkness below. There, on a narrow, wet ledge just above the rushing water, two tiny creatures clung for life. Kittens, soaked, shivering, and on the brink of exhaustion. The man's heart pounded. The mother cat, a delicate gray tabby, tried to peer down as well. Her body trembled with tension, but as she moved to intervene, he gently held her back. "Easy," he murmured. "I'll get them out." Carefully, he extended his arm into the narrow shaft and reached the first kitten, a tiny ball of black fur with panicked eyes and sharp claws that scratched him in fear. Still, he didn't let go. He lifted the kitten out, and the mother immediately rushed over, sniffing, licking, purring, as if to make sure it was truly back in her care. The second kitten, also gray tabby like its mother, crouched farther back. It stared at him with wide, frozen eyes. Once more, he stretched out his hand, wet and trembling from the first rescue. The kitten didn't move. Then, slowly, ever so slowly, it crept toward him. Inch by inch, until he could gently grab it and bring it to safety. Once both kittens lay on the sidewalk, the mother cat changed. She was no longer frantic. She was simply a mother. She bent over her young, purring deeply, cleaning them, touching them with her nose. For a moment, the world held only this fragile little family. But the man didn't turn away. He watched them, this trembling, delicate unit, and made a quiet decision. Gently, he picked them up, one by one, and carried them away. The mother cat allowed it. Together, they left behind the manhole that had nearly cost two tiny lives. They walked slowly, away from fear, away from the dark and the roaring water. They walked toward a new beginning. Sometimes, heroes have fur, and sometimes they appear in the form of ordinary people who simply choose not to look away. What would you have done if you heard cries from underground? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice might inspire someone to act when it matters most.